Okay, so have you guys noticed that since the coronavirus, Me Too has completely gone away? I haven't heard any stories about Me Too. Everyone's kind of panicking. They don't have time to care about stuff.
Because the girls now want the men to protect them again.
Oh, shit.
They're like, oh, shit, I actually need men again?
So this is the kind of Me Too podcast, I guess. Kind of. I guess we'll all tell stories about something that's happened to us. And we have a guest today. Tell him your name.
Hello, Internet. My name's Jeremy.
Jeremy Thompson?
Yes, Jeremy Thompson.
Okay, JT, cool.
Yep.
Okay, do you have a story for us?
Yeah, I've got a story to tell you, but do you want me to go ahead and start off right off the bat?
Well, before you start, smell this. It smells just like apple. Dang.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We have a little mini cigar. It smells, damn.
That smells delicious.
Apple scent.
Okay. So first of all, what is your position? What job do you do?
Okay. So I am a English teacher in Hyogo.
Okay.
So I teach elementary school kids from first through sixth grade if you're from America. But here in Japan, it's Ichinensei through Rokunensei.
So yeah, 1 to 6, I guess. Yeah. Would you say they like you at these schools? They hate you?
They seem to really like me. We play a lot of tag, hide and seek, and whatnot.
At your house?
No, at the school.
Oh, okay, good. I was like, oh shit, we just got another Me Too thing going on.
Let's just say that the principals at all the schools I've worked at have been pleasantly surprised by the amount of times that the first graders have come up to them and asked, "How are you in English?"
Okay, so basically they like you at this school.
Yes.
Okay. Now, what happened? Well, you're a jet. Let's say that up front.
Yes, I'm a Japanese English teacher. So this is a special position within Japan ALT structure, whereas most foreigners that come here are assistant language teachers. Jets are Japanese English teachers.
So basically you teach English. Now, we both did it for companies. This one's from the government. That's the big difference.
Yeah.
So
basically, my friends here, so basically, yeah, they were employed by companies. I'm employed by the Tokyo government.
The Tokyo government?
Yeah, not by the local government.
Oh, okay.
I get a paycheck straight from
Tokyo.
Yeah.
Why not the local government?
So basically, we're subsidized from Tokyo.
Interesting.
So that's also another reason why some of the smaller cities want jets, because they don't have to pay the ALTs. They don't have to pay the companies. The government from Tokyo subsidize all of the jet salaries.
Okay, so what happened to you recently?
Well, I've had a couple things happen to me, but since
What was the biggest one? Why are we here?
So we're all talking about ALT or Me Too. Me Too stories. So my Me Too story, and this is, I guess you could say, this is for the internet to judge.
It really doesn't matter what they think. I mean, just tell what happened, I guess.
Okay. So one particular Wednesday, I was
Particular Wednesday.
That sounds like an anime. One particular Wednesday. Okay, go ahead.
I got home. I got home fairly early, and I was feeling homesick, and so I had a. I was feeling homesick, and so I had a. I was feeling homesick, and so I had a. I was feeling homesick, and so I had a. I was feeling homesick, and so I had a. I was feeling homesick, and so I had a. I was feeling homesick, and so I had a. I was feeling homesick, and so I had a. I was feeling homesick, and so I had a. I was feeling homesick, and so I had a. I was feeling homesick, and so I had a. I was feeling homesick, and so I had a. I was feeling homesick, and so I had a. I was feeling homesick, and so I had a. I was feeling homesick, and so I had a. I was feeling homesick, and so I had a. I was feeling homesick, and so I had a. I was feeling homesick, and so I had a. I was feeling homesick, and so I had a. I was feeling homesick, and so I had a. I was feeling homesick, and so I had a. I was feeling homesick, and so I had a. I was feeling homesick, and so I had a. I was feeling homesick, and so I had a. I was feeling homesick, and so I had a. I was feeling homesick, and so I had a a pretty good bottle of whiskey that I decided to open up.
Okay.
I like my whiskey on the rocks. So I was watching a movie, and
do you pour like 2 shots of whiskey in the glass, or how do you pour the whiskey?
well, I usually pour. Well, I have 3 ice cubes,
3 ice cubes.
and I fill it 2/3 of the way
2/3? Is that like 2 fingers?
Yeah.
2/3 of the way. Okay, I got you.
with the ice. So I mean, it's a bit watered down.
With the whiskey.
No, with the ice, with the ice in there. So it's a bit watered down.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
So,
So you got home from work. You sipping some
whiskey. I'm watching a movie. It's about 6 o'clock in the afternoon, and I get an invite to go down to the first floor of my apartment complex.
Okay.
Your apartment complex is all Jets people?
No,
okay.
it's mostly Japanese people, but there's
That
another.
would be interesting, though.
There's another ALT that is in my building.
Apartment they just designated for all the Jets. Like,
Hey,
just stuff them all in there.
in some cities in Japan, that's true.
okay.
If you're in Tokyo, if you're in Fukuoka, they have apartment complexes just for ALTs.
When I first got my job at the junior high school, the apartment they set me up at was far from my school, but apparently it was a minute away from another ALT's school. So he was like, I think they just mixed us up and they put you in my apartment and they put me way out here.
They all look the same to us.
But so they picked it out for you, right? They picked out where you would live.
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
Oh, no. They, Kawanishi, when, I was part of an experiment. So Kawanishi has used Japanese ALTs for the last 20 years.
Oh, okay.
So Japanese ALTs, if you guys on YouTube don't know, so these are basically they're Japanese people that are also fluent in English.
And by fluent, you mean like they know he goes to the store.
No.
Oh,
These
they're
are like
really fluent. Right?
like these are usually Japanese teachers that may be married to a foreigner.
Oh, okay. So they got some credentials, I guess.
Of course, the foreigner's
Yes.
not going to spend his time learning Japanese.
Well, if we dive further into the story, that's quite true, to be honest with you.
Exactly.
Okay, all right. So you were sipping some whiskey. You're watching.
So I was I'm from the South, so I was watching.
Kentucky.
I know, Kentucky. So I was drinking some whiskey. I was watching a Southern movie.
Oh my!
I was
Zippity doo dah.
It was an old cops and robbers movie.
Okay.
So it's like, you watch an old cops and robbers movie, you listen to some shit.
Who are the cops and who are the robbers?
So
The robbers were more of the darker complexion.
no, these are all white people.
Oh,
These are white people, cops and robbers.
Okay. So skip ahead. So then you left. You got an
So
invite.
skip ahead. So I got a line invite towards the end of the movie
Okay.
to come down and talk to my friend at the time.
Okay.
We're not friends anymore, but she desperately wanted to talk to someone at this time, and I just wanted to drink and just chill and watch movies all night, but she really wanted to talk. And
Okay. So you didn't even want to go down, but she was like, "Hey, I really want you down here."
Yes.
Okay.
So I proceeded to take my whiskey glass. This is probably my 3rd glass at the time, and I
Okay.
went downstairs, and she invited me into her apartment. And
She lives in the same apartment complex as you.
yes,
Okay.
she does.
Okay.
So she invited me in, and she sat on one side of the apartment complex. I sat on the other, and we just started talking.
Okay. Well, you mean like on the couch together, or she
No,
was on the
no,
other
no.
side of the room, and you were on the other side of the room.
So,
How big is this apartment?
so talking to you guys on YouTube. So
Could be really tiny. That's what you mean.
my buddy's here. So we're in 2LDK. So if you can imagine a really, really tiny apartment
Okay.
where it's like
Wait, so hers is this size or like the size of this room?
size of this room.
Okay.
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 All right, so go on.
Small apartment, basically. Okay.
So basically, I sit on one side of the room with my back against the wall, and her back is against
And
the
my
other wall.
penis towards her.
But we are, give or take, 40 meters apart.
40 meters.
30 meters.
Okay, so you're sitting. Okay, you're not next to. I don't know what you're talking about, but okay.
He's trying to avoid me going front. We were this far.
One football field.
Your lawyer told you to say, how many meters?
Let's just say we're not sitting together on the couch.
Okay.
We get it.
So
Okay.
So basically,
And okay, what did she say to you?
well, she was talking about she was feeling a bit frisky that day.
Oh.
And she wanted to talk about she was feeling very embarrassed because she was late to work that day.
Okay, why was she late?
Well, this is her first job, and ever.
So is she early 20s, I guess?
Yes, she's
Oh,
20,
okay.
straight at 20.
Straight at 20. Okay.
So she's never called in. She's never been sick. She's never done anything. She's never been late to a job.
So she's never had any real experience.
Exactly.
Okay.
So this is her first time she's ever been late to work.
All right.
And so she wants to spill her beans to me about her being late. She's very upset.
Okay.
And so I asked, well, why were you late to work today? And so she tells me, well, I was thinking about this this hot teacher at work.
Oh,
Oh, you didn't tell me this part.
Nakamoto sensei.
So in Japan, we have a certain phrase, ikemen.
Yeah, Ikemen is just like a good-looking guy, but it's really just like, oh, he slicks his hair back.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say they're the best looking, but whatever. Okay.
I agree.
So okay.
Ikemen is a very so-so phrase. But anyway, she talked about how she was late 20 minutes to work.
Damn.
And she had to apologize to work. And I said, why were you late to work this morning?
Miss.
And so she said she was in the shower.
Okay.
And she proceeded she was talking about porn.
In the shower?
Well, no.
You.
To me. She was
Okay.
talking about, she was thinking about the Ikemen Sensei, and she was looking at Pornhub.
What kind of porn was she watching? Did she tell you?
She actually did.
Oh, what was she watching?
Well, all right, this is pretty funny.
Detailed, please.
She was talking about, what is the term with,
BBW?
BBC?
No.
VR?
Where they whip you and whatnot.
Oh, like
S&M?
S&M.
BDS?
She was talking about
Yeah.
S&M.
B's in porn.
BDSM, S&M, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, she's into that little.
Well, she wasn't quite sure because
She strangled herself with
she's fairly young,
Yeah,
and
okay.
so she's been on Pornhub a bit, and so she's trying to figure out what
she likes.
she
Yeah,
likes.
you always gotta watch everything at least once. We all go on.
Let's just say recently
Go on.
she found this, and she found that she liked to be dominated.
Okay. Oh, wow. Huh.
Most girls do like to be dominated.
So
I would say
she
so.
really was exploring this.
All right.
And she was open to me, and she was telling me about it, how she was late to work this particular morning.
Okay.
And when she was masturbating, was she using her fingers in the shower
Yes.
or the shower head?
No, she was very open. She told me about,
She got
God
no
damn.
fingers?
yes,
How many fingers?
she said 4.
Oh,
Four
God dang.
fingers!
Holy shit.
How's her hands? Are they big hands?
Well, hold on.
Medium. I'd say.
So, wow, that's a lot of detail. I wouldn't have thought she would have said that much.
Well,
She was like, I'm just dug in. It's shovel time.
let's just say
Shovel
for
night.
about 8 or 9 months, when we were very close friends, we shared a lot of details together.
Ah, okay. So you guys were relatively close.
Yes. She would come up to my apartment. We'd play video games.
Ah, okay.
I'd go
Pull
down.
her pants and start masturbating.
No.
"Oh,
We never did anything that. We never did anything like that. We never did anything like that. Let's just say we were very open to talking about whatever like shit was going on in our world.
Gotcha. Okay.
So,
Wait, so where were we at again?
All right.
back to the...
So then what happened after she was telling you this?
so she was telling me about how horny she was, and so she was masturbating and whatnot, and I was like, oh wow.
Oh.
This was the first time either of us had really talked about masturbating.
Okay, but you talked about
We'd been very
stuff
open about
before.
dating, life stuff, depressing stuff. We had never talked about
This.
masturbation.
Okay.
Yeah, this was the first time.
And then
So I was a bit shocked
What's it there, Chris?
about it.
huh?
Was it your beer there?
Oh yeah, sure. I'll move it.
So I proceeded to talk about
You can put it there if you want to.
I proceeded to talk about masturbation as well.
Okay.
So we proceeded to talk about porn.
Oh, so you guys had like a full conversation.
Yes, this went on for about an hour.
God damn. I couldn't talk to him about it for that.
We talked about
maybe.
porn, what porn you like, what porn she liked, and whatnot.
Okay.
And so I proceeded to say,
What porn you like, Jeremy?
well,
Jeremy Thompson.
I've got quite a bit. Let's just say I proceeded to say, next time that you're feeling a bit frisky like this, since I live on the second floor, call me down and I'll help you relieve that itch.
Okay.
It was a bit jokingly. I was just like, hey.
Oh, wait. You
That's what.
go back. You jump. All right, go back a little bit.
Okay.
What I said and you just said got a little mixed up.
Yeah.
Go back just a tiny bit.
Okay. So she said blah blah blah. You're talking. Then you said this was when you were leaving.
No.
this
So
is
this
when
is
you were
before we
chilling.
were leaving.
Okay.
So we're on opposite sides of the
Yeah, we
apartment.
got-
Yeah,
that.
she.
So,
3.5 meters apart.
well, if you knew a lot about this story, that's important.
Oh.
And so she's talking about
How big is
horny
your
she-
dick?
Damn, that's a long,
So,
long dick. Got a
So
blood
let's
flow
just
through that
say
penis, man?
that I was making a couple jokes. I said that
So a Jew and an Arab walk into a bar.
next time you're feeling frisky like this,
Yeah, okay.
like invite me down and I'll help you out.
Okay.
I was just making a joke. I wasn't saying,
Yeah, I
Let's do
mean, we talk like that anyways with
Yeah.
each other. Not a big deal.
And also I knew that like I'm not her type, sort of thing.
And this is a black chick, right?
Yeah, but also I'm a bit older than her, so it's like
Yeah, they like that. Don't worry about it.
Actually do.
it's like I know I'm not her type, so I'm just making jokes.
Is that why you work at the junior high school or the elementary school? I mean? I'm a bit older than you.
But
Okay,
so
that is a way worse joke than what he told this girl. By the way.
yeah.
Okay.
So that's not the whole story. So
Okay. And then.
that starts it. So
and
we're
then you-
talking.
and then- okay, so you're still there.
I'm still there.
Okay.
So I'm leaving. Well, we're talking about porn. I'm talking about what porn I like. She's talking about what porn she likes.
Mm-hmm.
I slowly start to leave.
This is after you said the
The joke.
joke?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
And then so I start to say, oh, well, hey, I guess since I'm going upstairs, I might, start looking at some porn. I guess I know what you're going to look at.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, if you're ever feeling frisky, like, just knock on my door. We could bang one out real quick.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not saying it's in not in
We
poor
got you, we
taste.
got you.
Yeah,
Keep
yeah,
going,
yeah.
keep
Okay.
going.
But basically, like I was saying, as I was leaving the apartment complex,
Ooh.
I was like, next time you feel horny like that, just knock on my door
Okay.
and let's have sex.
Okay.
Okay.
And then and then you went back to your apartment.
I left. I went straight to my apartment. I proceeded to have another glass of whiskey, and I went to sleep.
Okay. Okay.
I proceeded to. I went to. I had a normal week. A week went by.
Oh, really? Okay.
She.
Are you still talking with her?
Oh yeah, I've talked once or twice, but it was about a week later. She Facebooked me and said that.
3, 2, 1.
She said that what you did was sexual harassment.
Oh, she said this directly.
She said this directly to me a week later.
Okay.
And then said, "I don't think we should be talking to each other anymore.
Okay.
I think that you are a pig."
Oh shit.
And so
Oh damn.
I was like, "Well, okay. I'm sorry you feel that
You
way."
should have been like, "You're a cow."
I let bygones be bygones. I said, "Well, I'll separate myself from the Jets and whatnot."
Okay, so basically, like, I'll just leave the situation, let everything go on.
Yep.
Okay.
And this happened for about 6 months.
No, it sounds like that she got kind of embarrassed that she revealed so much about herself. You know how bitches be.
That's
true.
That's honestly what I was thinking. She
like, hey,
revealed
girl,
more than what she thought she should have. It was a bit wild.
Okay.
And she went on into details. She really liked being dominated.
God damn.
She was talking about S&M stuff. She's talking about this. And so I took it with a grain of salt. Like, literally, I'm making some jokes. I'm like, hey, next time you feel...
her right
Yeah,
then
maybe
and
she
there.
was like, well, he didn't take it.
And honestly, I
Like,
thought
he
about
thinks
that.
I'm ugly? Fuck this motherfucker.
I didn't make a move. I didn't try to kiss her. I didn't try to touch her. Didn't try to do anything.
You were supposed to fuck her, see?
I literally, I left.
Give her the old one too, see?
Honestly, maybe I should have. Maybe shit would have been different.
Give her the broom handle.
But so this is for you guys on the internet. So this is the fucked up part, even more so than this story.
Okay.
So 6 months later, I haven't talked to any of the teachers. Haven't talked to her.
Yes.
All of a sudden, the Board of Education wants to invite all the English teachers to a concert. A concert. It's like a Japanese concert. It's just shamisen, stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
And so she says that she can't go.
All right.
She's feeling bad. I asked one of the English teachers that knows about this situation. I said, is she feeling like, does she not want me to go? Is she feeling like weird?
Yeah.
So a week later, I get reported to City Hall and saying that I committed sexual harassment 9 months prior.
Holy shit. That's a long time.
9 months prior. And we go off on that's an investigation that lasts about 4 months.
If she had like a half-white baby 9 months later, I'd be like, okay, yeah, maybe he did do something, but
also dealing with the head of the Board of Education, like and some of the Japanese teachers are all like, this is stuff that should be handled outside of work. Like,
so the Japanese staff and teachers were just like, this doesn't really belong in the school system.
Yes,
like this is a separate occasion.
So she never like tried to go to the police or shit like that. She went.
Yeah, that's true. I never thought about that.
She went straight to the Board of Education.
I feel like the police would be better equipped to handle this than the Board of Education.
And all the teachers are like, this is outside of work. This is not at school. This is, and she invited you to her house.
Yeah.
And you left. You didn't
try and do anything.
Yeah.
We're goddamn 3 meters apart, goddammit.
Yeah. So the way a lot of Japanese teachers here view it is it's a no contest situation.
Okay.
So let's just say there's some people higher up in the Board of Education that don't like me and like
one lady in particular, right?
Yeah, she held it against me. And
do you care to reveal her name?
I would like to, but let's just say I'm not going to for professional sake.
Oh, okay.
Was she professional when she fucked with you?
No, she wasn't.
Hey, throw that bitch under the bridge, man.
She was a bitch, and she's still a bitch.
Under the bridge.
She's still a bitch. She says. Okay. So basically, this one lady at the BOE who was the head of the BOE or higher up?
The head of the entire English department for the entire city.
Okay.
So we talked about this situation, and I talked about difference of culture, and she viewed it as, I said that my culture is a little bit different in America compared to Japan.
Okay, and me and you talked about this previously.
Yeah.
You tried to explain, basically, okay, you tried to explain I'm from Louisville, and blah 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 blah, and you're trying to work your way out of the situation. Now, do you know why that doesn't fly in Japan, Brandon?
Because they just want you to. Are you talking about like? Are you talking about just like on work and like trying to explain yourself?
Yes.
Oh, they just want you to toe the line. That's all.
Yeah, that's exactly it. They want you to say "Moshiwake arimasen," and then they'll be like, "Okay, cool. You said the I'm sorry phrase. Go back to work." Now, the problem with what you tried to do is,
I know where
you tried they don't care about that here. They only care about you saying, I'm part of the system. If you're trying to say, I'm from Louisville, we think like this, you're separating yourself from Japanese society, and they don't like that.
Yep.
And you only understand that after all this happened. But I mean, I'm sure you know better now.
I definitely do know better now. But at the time, I thought that I was sufficiently explaining myself. But
Right.
honestly, I was digging a big
cultural difference. You thought you could fight it.
Yeah. Now it'd be the same.
I was digging a bigger hole for myself, is what I was.
It would be the same as a Japanese person going to America, getting in a similar situation, and then going, "Oh, I'm very sorry," and then they're like, "Well, do you want to explain your actions?" And he'd be like, "Oh, I'm sorry." It's like it wouldn't fly in that culture, and then what you did, but what's annoying is they didn't take into consideration that you were from a different culture.
They never do. Like, all right, so like all the programs and Jet and stuff, they always tell you to come over. Hey, adapt to their culture. This culture, this culture, that.
We're teaching American English. We got these.
Yeah, but it's like, all right, but then like if you try to do something more of your culture, it's like, oh. If someone says something like to you, and you're like, I'm offended by that. They're like, whoa. It's like it got to go both ways. It's just not,
exactly.
Yeah.
And so we're talking.
And about what Chris was saying, like you'll see like celebrities on. Every time there'll be like a new case, and there's a celebrity that just sits there. Oh, I'm so sorry. They'll even like do that fake cry shit, and then a year later they're back on the air.
Yeah, they really don't care. Like, I didn't even think about that, but yeah, you do see on the news someone did something inappropriate, someone did something, and they just go, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I let my fans down. All right, back to making songs."
Or what you should have done is say, I was drunk and I don't recall. That's a big Japanese excuse. I see it all the time online. It's like, I was drunk and I don't recall. But, hindsight 2020.
Yeah. But basically, this is for future Jets to be like,
yes,
you should know better now if you listen to this podcast.
So basically, my trying to explain this to the Board of Education was this particular girl that I'm talking about is also a Westerner. So I was saying that in Western culture, if say a girl wants to hit on you, say you go to a bar, she hits on you, you hit back, and then basically if she says
pussy,
if she says screw you,
American society.
If she says screw you, you just walk away. Like
yeah.
You're just used to that. In Japan culture, it's a little different.
Yeah, Japan's more of you just say the thing you need to get by, and then they go, "Oh, okay," and then you go, "Nah, okay, we're good." Yeah, okay.
So I was doing this with a Western girl. So we were going by Western cultures, Western themes, and trying to explain how that goes to a Eastern Board of Education. That ain't gonna fly.
Okay. So what were the repercussions of your actions? What happened to you?
So basically, I was written up by the city hall. So I had the not the mayor. It was the one level lower than him, the deputy mayor. But so I also am a little bit of friends with the mayor. So let's just say...
and that didn't help you out at all? You're fucking friends with the mayor?
Well, also, so... How do I put this another way? So, I got this piece of paper that says that I was accused of sexual harassment. But then the mayor and the deputy mayor...
Did he honko it?
I did.
That's when you know
I did.
it's serious. Honko.
So the deputy mayor was telling me, like, I know that I know the principals that you work at, and they all say that you're a good worker. So just...
That's when you should have said, I am, and I'm sorry.
Well, no, I did. I said, I'm sorry. But they were also like, okay.
All right.
Well, just don't hang out with Western girls anymore.
You need to get into Asians. They don't complain.
So
they know better.
they knew I knew how Eastern structure is.
Okay.
Western girls can be a bit crazy sometimes. A bit cray-cray.
Well, I'd say all girls are pretty crazy, but...
I agree.
Let me take this. Your Naruto Volume 2 and 3 are not in order.
Yeah, I know. You're always mixing them up.
I didn't touch it!
Yeah, okay.
All right. Back to the story.
But let's just say that the deputy mayor came up to me, looked me in the eye after I've just been handed like hunkoed paper from the mayor, the entire city, the city council,
the entire city
have given it to me.
They got nothing else to do.
He's literally looking at me.
Okay, that's another thing. In Japan, there's not a lot of things that go on.
No.
So,
and he looks at me. He's like, "You're okay."
All right.
He was like, I've heard about you from the principal and the vice principal at these schools I work at. He's like, you're a good teacher. Don't worry.
And I'm sure all the men on the Board of Education have had similar, if not worse, experiences.
Well, trying to explain this to the Board of Education was a whole adventure in and of itself. Talking about, you talked about porn with this girl, and she liked it. Oh, tell us more.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
They're like rubbing themselves off.
And taking down notes, like, okay.
Like, how did you do that? Oh.
This man's a goddamn Mac. He got some game.
It was actually quite bizarre.
Why?
Trying to explain what a porno was to these 80-year-old men.
I think they know.
Well, no, but they knew the katakana word.
You can watch online for free.
There were many words that I said that they didn't quite understand until I said them in katakana form.
I am.
When I said porno, they
Cream
didn't
pie?
understand.
Cream pie? Wish you so.
But well, this is going back to one of your all's previous podcasts.
Big sausage pizza? That's old, but classic.
The previous katakana stuff.
But Brazzles?
But
Brazzles!
as soon as I said
Bang
porno.
Oh, fuck. Hold on. This is great. So you had to explain in Japanese to these people, Watashi wa porno ni tsuite no hanashi shimasu.
Yes. And when I said porno right away, they didn't understand, but I had to say it in katakana form. Then they said,
movies.
"Oh, porno. You watch porno together." I said, yes, porno. And they're like, "Oh." At first I said porn, and they didn't understand that.
Yeah, okay.
Japanese, very hairy pussy.
It was quite
Tastes
bizarre
delicious.
trying to explain katakana to them.
Just kidding. I've never done that.
But let's just say I have been ostracized.
Okay, so you got written up, blah blah blah, and then what happened?
So most jets in about the January time frame, they get a review board.
Okay.
So I was brought up for my review board, and so I was the biggest worrisome for my city.
Okay.
And so they
You're a
brought
troublemaker.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Honestly, you could say so. They literally said, even though your principal, your vice principal, your teachers, and all of your students love you.
We called all of them.
Oh, honestly, you're not lying. They said that they did. They said we called all of them, and they love you, but because of this situation, and you being such a bad person.
Oh, did they say that?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, shit.
They said, we don't think that you're worthy of being a third-year jet for our city.
So you worked there 2 years, no problems, and then
No
this
problems.
this incident happens, and they completely turned on you?
They did.
Oh, wow.
They did. Sadly.
Uh,
We've had some other issues with this particular,
woman.
let's just say, head of Board of Education.
Oh, the lady.
She, I work in a lower income area.
Okay.
Let's just say that my city has given up on my area. They view them as
The ghetto.
honestly, you're not lying. And my city, they view them as rejects. They view them as they're not going to help rest of Japanese society.
Right. Okay. So basically, they don't care about what's going on there.
Yes. So I wanted to revise my English lessons. I grew up in an area of Louisville in Kentucky. I don't know if you guys on the internet know J-Town. So basically, it's an area where, let's just say, we would like to say in Japan, Genki Suguru. So they're a bit highly energetic. But,
Is it like drugs, or what are you talking about?
well, drugs, but it's, let's just say in the area, it's like people don't give other people a chance.
Okay.
So they just assume that they're drug dealers, so that they let them be, and they let them become drug dealers. They don't
okay. So they don't care what's going on. Okay.
Yeah. So I tried to revise all of my English lessons to help them become better speakers. And
You're going way far out of your way for like the kids obviously are getting a good education, but for like the company doesn't give a fuck about what you're doing, man.
Yeah.
It's like they're speaking English now. They couldn't speak before. Fuck you.
my principal at one of my schools came up to me 3 weeks ago, and she said, for the first time in 10 years, I've had a first grader that asked me a question. And for all you guys on the internet, this is an easy English, but in my area, it's not. They asked her in English, "How are you?"
Yeah.
In straight
and
English.
by the way, that's a big deal for principals because a lot of principals actually really care, but their schools don't hardly get any English attention. So for that to happen is a miracle.
And my principal was just like, wow. And not only that, for that to happen, but from a first grader.
Right. So
Like-
what is that? 6 years old?
Yes. And she was like, all the first graders are talking English. This is the first time in 10 years.
And this was well after you got fired.
Yeah, this is well after I got fired.
I mean, you should just call them back up like, I still care about these kids. You should keep me on.
Well,
You're fired, but you're still working.
I'm still working.
Because they work...
Contracts.
That's weird. They work from August to August, right?
August.
And I feel like that's just so they don't find different jobs.
Yep.
If you worked March or April to April, you could just sneak into another position. But they're like, oh, this is halfway through the year. You can't just quit on us.
Sneaky motherfuckers. I gotta take a shit. Y'all keep talking.
I don't know.
That's all good.
Is this story about to wrap up anyways?
Yeah.
I'll
Let me wrap it up for you guys.
all right, wrap it up.
So basically in my area, my particular let's just say the Board of Education, they want all of the English lessons to
I mean, this mic's gonna pick up something. I'll pause it real
Let's
quick.
pause.
Or should we?
let's
Or
pause.
actually, we'll just quit talking. Oh, jeez.
Just look at his face. Look at his face.
Look at his face. Delicious. All right, I paused it. Oh, no, I didn't. I hit record. Oh, shit. All right, the poops have been taken care of. We're back.
Yeah. So basically, I was just finishing my story. So basically, after I was accused of sexual harassment, I got written up for it. I was accused as a sexual harasser. And so basically, they denied me a 3rd-year contract in Jet. And so now I am forced to try to find a new job here in Japan after they lied to me about how much money I needed to bring to Kawanishi.
Oh, that is, yeah. If you move to Japan, bring a lot of money because you will lose so much in your first 2 months working here. In Japan, you don't get paid for the first 2 months.
Yep.
And then they're like, "Oh, you need money to live in your apartment and to buy food."
So my supervisor at the Board of Education, she viewed this as an inconvenience, and she said, "Well, why don't you ask your parents
For money?"
Yeah, she literally said, "Why don't you ask your parents for $2,000?"
Okay.
And I was like, no. I moved here to be financially independent.
Independent, right.
Yeah. I'm not just going to ask them for $2,000 right
Do
off
Japanese
the bat.
people even ask their parents for money? I don't think so.
I didn't think they did, but she definitely does.
All right.
So basically, I am now
basically, donate to our Patreon. We'll help this guy out. Don't worry.
I am a social pariah in Hyogo. I'm an asshole.
And a martyr.
So I'm just here, just chilling, telling stories. If you want me to tell you guys on YouTube more stories, hit me up. Leave some comments. I will. I've got a lot of stories to tell.
All right. Let's switch. All right. This is my story. This one's a lot funnier than yours because there were no repercussions.
Yeah, with me not getting a contract.
Can you put that mic closer to your mouth? Okay, so this is Chris, by the way. I was at was it a party? A yakiniku party at
like a little
your
yakiniku
apartment
party.
It was his roommate who invited a bunch of NHK people.
Screw NHK.
Yeah, they're like the Yakuza, only less friendly.
Yeah. Dude, Yakuza are awesome.
Oh, I wouldn't say that, but
Better than NHK.
So we were at this yakiniku place, which was like, the guests were just kind of weirdos. It was just, NHK was having a theme that month, like, what people with disabilities can we throw on TV? So anyways, I was talking, some people were kind of cool. I was talking to some people. There was a girl who seemed kind of interesting, and we were talking about anime and manga and whatnot. So I was like, okay, whatever. It was a good topic. And I said, like, oh, what kind of anime do you like? And she's like, oh, I really love BL.
Oh.
And if you don't know what BL is, it means boys love.
Oh, boys
love. It's for girls who are never going to find relationships, and they can fantasize about boys fucking each other.
I don't understand that
I don't.
boys love stuff, dude. What
It's
about
like-
you, Brandon? What do you think?
Are you a big fan?
Yeah.
Most of the stuff with Japan I get, but this is actually one like I'm like, what the
I
fuck?
know.
Like, I actually don't get this one.
Where it's
I don't
like
either.
you could
Dude, it's
fantasize
very
about
bizarre.
you could fantasize about a guy and a girl, but this one is just like, I just want to watch two boys. And it's like always really young. It's never like two adult men.
Yeah, they.
So this crazy bitch was like, I really love BL, and I was like, all right, whatever.
Or the story's really good, maybe the plot's like
That
dynamite.
That would be interesting.
Like, goddamn, it's two guys fucking, but goddamn, this story's engaging. I don't know.
So we were talking, and then I was like, okay, well, I mean, I like Yu Yu Hakusho, as you can tell. as you can tell.
I like you too.
Which is a bit different. But I told her this, and she's like, oh, yeah, that one's really good. but it'd be a lot better if they were fucking each other in the ass. And I was like, Jesus Christ, hold on now. Like, I've never heard that before. Like, it's pretty good on its own. And then I was like, well, what about Dragon Ball or something? She's like, yeah, that's pretty good if it was two boys fucking each other in the mouth. And I was like, geez, what the fuck is wrong with this girl? But I was like, all right, maybe I made a new friend. I don't know. So I was talking to her online, the messaging app, and I was like, I don't know anything about BL, but I'm not like closed-minded. I'm like, whatever. I haven't heard of it. I'll research it. I'll look into it. Whatever. Yeah. Let's see what the craze is.
Why is this popular?
Yeah. Why is this popular? I still don't know. So this girl was like, oh wait, hold on. So I was messaging her online. I was like, well, what's your favorite story? Like, maybe I'll look into that one, see what it's like. She's like, oh, my favorite story is called I Know What You're Eating for Breakfast. And I was like, oh, is this about penises?
Oh, it's got to be about penises.
And then she didn't hear from her for over a week. And I was like, what the hell? Like, she was so talkative. Surely she wants to talk about boys fucking each other in the ass and mouth, but I guess not. So I messaged her after a week, and I was like, hey, what's going on? And she's like, oh, I'm just talking to a homophobic, which I was like, that's not the right word. It's homophobe, but whatever. And then I was like, what are you talking about? And she's like, you think just because people are gay means that they're having sex with each other? And I'm like, but that's what you claim to love. You talked to me for like half an hour about fucking boys in the ass. I don't know how saying, is this the intent of the title of your favorite boys fucking each other in the ass? How is that homophobic? Like, I'm just curious.
Yeah.
And she got real mad at me, and I was trying to salvage this garbage conversation. And I said, oh, well, I guess I fucked up like you. I said, oh, well, maybe in America, if you see something called I Know What You're Eating for Breakfast, and it's about two guys putting their dicks in each other's mouths, then that's probably about penises.
You would assume.
And then she told me, not jokingly, the fact that you said the word penis to a girl that you barely know is almost sexual harassment.
Oh!
And I was like, first of all, it's not even close to almost sexual harassment. Second of all, you love boys fucking each other in the ass and mouth. How is that me being sexual harassing?
I don't understand that.
This is your fetish. I don't like it at all. I don't hate it.
That's
I don't
crazy,
care one way or the other. This is how non-homophobic I am. I just don't care. Like,
yep.
Like, oh, I'm straight.
None of us here do.
Like, if you see someone, oh, I'm straight. Oh, okay, whatever. Oh, I'm gay. All right, go ahead. Oh, I'm bisexual. All right, fine. That's twice as many problems, but whatever.
None of us here give two shits.
Like, we just don't. It doesn't bother anybody really.
I have to add, I think my roommate told me that girl actually is. She has mental problems.
Oh shit! Now I feel bad for making.
And he said on the job that like she's not doing anything on work. She's just kind of like, oh, I have problems, and they just like, okay, just give her a check and let her just float around.
Shit. But I thought they wanted to be equal. But they can just show up and not do work.
Dude, man. Oh man!
Hold on.
All right,
hold on. Disclaimer.
Is it bad that the girl that accused me of sexual harassment is also she's
a rapist?
Wait, can I hear you? You got to get closer here.
Let's just say that.
Stick that right in your mouth. This big black unit.
Let's just say the girl that's accusing me of sexual harassment, she is seeing 3 different therapists.
3
in Juso.
In Juso, goddamn.
In Japan.
If you're going to Juso for therapists, oh.
So
Juso, by the way, is a place known for. There's a lot of crazy old men walking around.
Yep. And she has told everyone about that. Many times.
Okay. I'm so sorry. You got fucked. You literally got fucked in the ass.
And I didn't like it either. So, but yes, I know I did.
All right, let's go back to you. What was your outrage
All
over?
right, so the girl you were talking to apparently at the office are like, she's crazy, and so just leave her alone, let her keep getting the food check and not working. And then my roommate told me there's another girl on the job.
Okay.
She literally like got up and went home for a while, and they're
Home means a different city.
Yeah, like they're in Osaka, but her home is Tokyo.
Okay.
So she just left without word and just went home.
Okay.
And then like they're like, "Are you coming back?" And they're like, "She's like, yeah." And now she's just back at the office.
How long was she gone?
Maybe like 3 weeks, 2 weeks.
3 weeks. 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
Yeah. I was like,
is that okay?
Well, when you're a girl, I guess it is. And now she's back and she's not doing any work because she's depressed.
Well, shit, I'm depressed.
We're all depressed.
Everyone in Japan's depressed.
Everyone in this room is depressed.
But if you have a Y chromosome and you try to pull that shit, you get fired on the spot.
Wait, hold on. I think no. XY is guys.
XY.
Y XX is girls.
Yeah. So
It's
if you
also
have a Y,
good band. Look up the XX. They're pretty good.
Yeah.
I got the record. It's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm like, why is your company just keeping these girls? Just like, why? Just not even girls. Why is your company just keeping these people that ain't working?
That's the thing.
Because if it was me, not only would I be fired, but all black people would not be hired after that.
Okay. So
And that's
yeah,
fucked up.
But just keep hiring girls and.
but that's a good point. Like, if you just look at them as just people, it's like this person isn't doing their job. We should get rid of them. But it's like, well, we can't treat them equally because they don't want it.
Ridiculousness.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess I was talking to a crazy person.
I think we all were.
I have more stories, but I don't really want to get into them. This is getting kind of long. All right, next.
Mine's is kind of short. I'll finish it up.
So I fucked this.
So I went on a date with this. It's not really nothing crazy, but I went on this date with this chick.
Okay.
And we're talking, and then we start getting to more deeper conversations.
Okay.
And she starts,
Japanese.
Yeah. But she was like, spent a long time in Australia, so you know how weird those ones get.
The Japanese girls always go to Australia for some reason.
It's bizarre.
Weird. They don't come back right either.
No.
I got a story about Australian, but it's cool. Go ahead.
And so then we start getting to sexual conversation, and she starts telling me like how she wants to be. Oh wait! Oh shit! Hold on! It all starts just flowing back. She's married.
Oh,
she's like 28.
Okay. Married at 28? That's a bit early.
Yeah, it was early. And then she's like, "Yeah, my boyfriend's we don't have sex. My husband,
okay.
We just don't have sex, and he's just like a weak guy. He's a pussy." Okay. I'm like, okay. She's like, "Yeah, I just like watching like those murder shows on Netflix. It just really gets me off of a guy just choking and killing the girl."
Oh, really?
I'm like, all right. She's like, yeah.
So you grabbed her throat and gave it a squeeze.
Watch Tiger King on Netflix.
So then she starts talking about like how she wants to go to in Japan. Do you know what a happening bar is?
Happening.
Yeah.
Is that like a 70s bar? Like,
it's
real happening.
It's just a place where couples go and they usually swing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is it called happening? Shouldn't it be called a swingu bar?
It's too on the nose, man. You gotta change your name.
Too in your face.
Yeah, you gotta.
But so is it like other Japanese people would know what swing is, so we have to call it happening, so other people don't know what we're talking about?
Yep.
So she's like, I want to go to the happening bar, and she also said she does this thing where she's like in a meetup group for like when foreigners visit Japan. And so she's always looking to get fucked by some random foreigners.
Oh, that's her goal, is to get fucked by foreigners.
It's that also, yeah. She's like trying to look for the.
How did you meet this person?
At one of my part-time jobs.
Okay.
No, I have 1,000 of them. And so, like, I'm keeping it cool because I'm a chill guy.
1,000 part-time jobs or 1,000 women?
Nah. And so like I'm like, all right. So I'm like, okay, I'll see you later. So I'm like, I'll go my home. And like, all right, I'll catch you later. And she's like, oh wait. So we leave the bar, or we had some food and some drinks.
Okay.
And I'm like, you wanna come back to my place? We can continue to drink some more wine. You know, you're trying to get her. You know, you gotta ease her back to your place. Mm-hmm. And she's like, nah, I'm okay. I'm like, all right, okay, I tried.
Whatever, okay.
Then we leave. She's like, are you really not gonna try to get me to your house? I'm like,
I did.
I was like, okay. So I was like, hey, let's go back and listen to some music. And it's like, I don't know. I'm like,
wait, okay. So you were out drinking, and she said, I like fucking foreigners. You were like, want to go back to my place? No. And then you're like, okay, well, I'll go home. And she's like, but wait, I want to go back.
Yeah, so then I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, let's walk to the station. So
Hold on, this is confusing. I don't understand this at all. It seems like you could just be honest.
Yeah. But I'm not even forced her to be honest. I'm like, I'm doing the natural lead up, like, hey, drinks, music back in my place. I'm not saying let's go back and fuck. I'm like, hey, you know, give her the mystery.
Give her the okay, yeah.
So it's not all on the nose, you know. So then we get inside the station. And I'm like, she's talking about how she likes aggressive and murderers
Jesus
and
Christ.
shit.
Fuck. Okay.
So I'm like, all right. So I started like, I pulled her clothes. You know, we started making out
at the train station.
Yeah.
Woo woo.
And then like, she has a lollipop, and I started like,
what?
Putting it in her
How
mouth
old
a little
is
bit.
This girl? Mr. Brandon.
You know, I started putting the hands on the neck like in a sexy way.
Oh.
And started like talking dirty to her, like, yeah, you like that, don't you, bitch, and all that shit.
Get on your knees and lick the floor.
I'm like, all right, let's go. She's like, nah, later. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
So we part our ways. And then the next morning, she's like, hey, we should just keep it cordial. No. She said, no, wait. She's like, yeah, last night got a little scary. We should just keep it cordial. I'm like, I just messaged her. I was like, yeah, okay, cool, no problem. But I was like, what the fuck? Like,
what are you talking about?
I don't know.
Okay, so she didn't say like, oh, you sexually harassed me, but she was just like I guess all over the place.
Yeah.
Can't trust these hoes, can you?
Man, these hoes is crazy out here.
Even in America, Japan, I guess it doesn't matter where you're at.
It don't matter, man. It don't matter.
Like the ancient Greeks, you got a nice bust and you're looking sleek. So wet your beak, cause I take a quick dip in your backwoods creek.
Booty's looking real tight, might have to take a bite. Wash it down with some Sprite, I'ma be thirsty all night.